guys, welcome back to Sofa Club TV. I am here with the gorgeous duo, Sammy and Steph Frost, founders of Pretty Lavish Clothing Boutique. So hello, how are you?
Thanks for having us.
No problem. Thanks for having us here. Yeah, very different. And for those who maybe don't know the Pretty Lavish brand, tell us a bit about yourselves.
So we obviously are a clothing brand, ladies clothing brand, and we do everything from knitwear to jumpsuits to dresses, but our main thing is our dresses and occasion wear, and that's kind of what we've been known for over the last few years. So we're like a real sleek, elegant look, and people come to us for those kind of going out dresses.
You can definitely tell actually the minute I walked in the shop, it is so feminine, so chic, and I feel like you really bridge the gap between sort of high street and luxury. So is that what you're going for with your brand?
Yeah, that's definitely something that we've trying to fill that gap between the high street and designer. So we pride ourselves on our quality, but we are very accessible and affordable at the same time. So yeah, we're kind of just a bit different to what you can get on the high street, which is our kind of point of difference, I guess.
Yeah, and sustainability is really important to us at the moment. So we're trying to show our customers that you can wear something more than one way, and you can dress it up,
it's
dress
like
it
a
down.
timeless piece.
That's it. Yeah.
Love that. So you launched back in 2013, is that correct?
Yes.
And you were solely online at that point.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of gain the exposure to get to kind of where you are now?
I think from the early stages we saw an opportunity through our social media, Instagram in particular. We built up a bit of a following, and we worked with influencers.
I think we started as well at a really good time before it was massively saturated, the influencer market. And so we was able to work with influencers, and where it wasn't so competitive, we got such good results from.
And we quickly saw that was the way that to target our audience and interact.
I think Instagram from day one was kind of how we grew the quickest, and like I said, we worked with a lot of bloggers and influencers.
Yeah. It's so big now, isn't it? Influencer marketing, that is the way to.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of been the biggest contributor to our growth.
Yeah. I mean, when we started, we was working in our mum's loft.
Well,
as any other business,
To see that progress though must be amazing.
I know, it's crazy to think, I feel like we've been going for that so long, but at the same time it's gone so quickly.
Yeah.
Just think that we started back in my mum's little office.
We had one member of staff come to the office, and I think because we've just grown organically, it's been a steady growth. So we've been able to work out a point, right, we need more space, and that was when we did outgrow our office, our loft space. We were either looking for a warehouse or the shop was an option, and then this space come up, and we was like, wow, this could be the perfect combination between having a shop and having an office.
Yeah.
And it's worked really well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite a big high street store, so it enabled us to have space for the office and the girls to work in, and then the shop as well. So
that's fantastic.
And it's great to be able to interact with customers, because where you've been solely online, obviously you can speak via email, but to have that face-to-face contact and raw feedback is a massive benefit to our...
Did you find sort of any challenges from going online to then going to offline?
Yeah, I think the store customer was a slightly different customer than we've got online, so it's kind of recognising who your offline customer is versus who your online customer is. There's still people out there that don't really want to shop online, they want to come and try things on before they buy, and for us we had to recognise early on how they could slightly target online customer. And obviously with that in mind you have to cater slightly differently in terms of what you put out in the store and how the shopping experience, but for us it's making sure that the branding from online to offline is really still consistent.
And it is nice to have an offline presence as well, because I mean
you got the best of both.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so important. Shops are such an important part of business.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see some of the shops shutting down.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you design all the clothing in-house, don't you?
Yeah.
So you've now got that wholesale element to the brand. How has that changed your business structure as well?
I think it's definitely helped when we first started out, because we were able, at the beginning we were only able to order small quantities, so to have a wholesale element that helped eliminate some of the risks, so we could offload some stock. But it's nice to be able to spread our brand across the country and internationally as well.
Wholesale's definitely helped with our exposure, nationally and internationally. So
customers that can't get to our store could potentially go to one of our wholesalers and actually try something on there. So
that's fantastic.
It's exposure,
and I think when we did do our first collection, that was the epitome of when the business started to really change. it's just really exciting to see how far we've come from buying like ourselves from other brands and other wholesalers to now having everything like designed in house.
That's amazing. And if our viewers haven't already guessed, you are in fact sisters.
Yes.
And I can imagine you get this question all the time, but what is it like working with your sibling? I'm sure there's ups and downs.
It's actually, we're really lucky because we get on so well.
Do you?
I mean,
That's
friends, we've got the same mutual friends outside of work, and we work together, and if one of us are having a bad day, the other one knows how to pick us up.
Yeah.
Obviously we have our times when we disagree, but generally...
Like for us, if we have a disagreement, like we're over it in 10 minutes, it's
That's good though, at least you can be like that.
Yeah, and I don't actually think I could do it for anyone else.
No.
Like it is full on, there's so much pressure, and I don't think I could do it. I couldn't do it on my own, so like my hat's off to anyone that does like business on their own, like, and I couldn't do it with anyone else.
Oh. How did you establish kind of which roles you would both do? Because I can imagine there's so much that goes into it. How did you kind of take control of different areas?
I think we both got different strengths, which works really well as a partnership.
Yeah.
Like my background is more finance based, and Sammy's more creative.
At the beginning, we was trying to do everything like all together, like us, like both of us, and I think we quickly realised that we did need to split them out. And I think that's when we kind of like looked at our backgrounds, what we specialised in, what we was better at. And Steph is very like business, like, and I'm just not. So I'm more creative. So I now head up like the buying and design teams, and Steph manages like more the business side.
That's so good. You've got the strengths of both of you. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it works well together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And for those maybe wanting to break into the fashion industry, how did you guys break into it initially? Because it is renowned for being such a competitive industry and market. So how did you guys do it?
I think just having your point of difference. I mean, we've had a strong vision from the outset, like what we wanted to achieve, how our pictures are taken, and how our brand is put together.
You can see that aesthetically. You are just—it's so seamless from online, offline, the shop. Everything is so similar.
Yeah. I think I read something as well the other day that like people like we've had recently like people copy our designs, and that is such a like it's a nature of the industry that we're in. But no one can ever copy your like branding and your culture and like what your like brand actually stands for. And I think that's something that we've really tried to focus on over the last like year or so, to really like build that up, because it can take like 2 minutes for someone to copy your designs and sell them for half the price, which we've recently realised, but they can't copy what you stand for. And
that's so true.
That's what people buy into, and it's about like customer loyalty, and that's kind of what we're trying to work on building.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. And you're now selling on massive platforms like Silkthread, ASOS, so that is incredible, by the way.
Thank you.
What would you say is one of your biggest achievements today?
I think, well, this year has been a big growth year for us. We've recently been nominated for an award for Young Fashion Brand of the Year with Drapers.
Oh, wow, well done.
Which is like
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a massive thing for us, because obviously you work so hard for so long, and just to be recognised or put forward for a nomination was...
but I mean, there's so many things, like we did an exclusive collection with Silkthread, and obviously just getting onto ASOS was massive for us, so...
I bet that was a big milestone.
Yeah,
ASOS is massive, isn't it?
It's just like having that recognition, I guess, for like all the hard work's worth it, and you know that.
And when like we like sometimes when we're out and we see people wear Pretty Lavish, like that's still to this day the biggest thing, like to actually see someone
like happy.
You're like, yes, that's my brand.
Or like go up and be like, oh, you're wearing Pretty Lavish.
Oh no, that is lovely. And lastly, because we are running out of time, what is next for Pretty Lavish? Do you have any big goals you want to accomplish in 2020?
Oh yeah, definitely. We've always got loads of goals, but for us at the moment, one of the main things we're working on is our bridesmaids collection. So we're so excited for that to launch hopefully next month. We're also going into plus size,
Amazing.
and I guess just like growing the team, and there's loads of things that we're really excited for. I think bridesmaids at the moment is
Bridesmaid is our big next month.
Yeah, thank you so much guys for chatting to us. You've been amazing, the shop's beautiful, and we wish you all the success.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's it for today guys, we will see you in next week's episode. Bye.